In this lecture, we will learn how to use the mates distant and angle. We will be making the following assembly, which consists of 5 parts with 2 unique ones. You can download the parts from the download section. We will also be using the mates we learned before to make this assembly. So let's go ahead and start a new assembly file and add the parts. We have 2 parts, the base and the wing. So I'm going to add the base first because that's my base part. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the wing. So let's go ahead and start fixing our first wing. First of all, I'm going to add a coincident relation between the 2 edges, one in the wing and one in the base. So I'm going to mate, and then I'm going to select this edge here and then this edge here in the base, and I'm going to have them coincident. And then I'm going to have a coincident relation between those 2 sides. Click OK. And now I have the wing fixed at the edge of the base. So now I'm going to go ahead and start specifying the angle. So the angle we want is between the 2 faces, the face of the wing and the face of the base. So to do that, you can go ahead and select the 2 faces, the face of the wing and the face of the base, and then in standard mates you will see an option at the bottom for angles. You can click on it, and now you can specify the angle. The angle here is the angle between the 2 faces. So if I change this to 90, we're going to get 90 degrees angle. If I change it to 190, we'll get a 190 degree between the 2 faces. In this case, we want the angle to be 130, so I'm going to change it to 130 and then click OK. So now we have the wing fixed to the base with 130 degrees angle. So let me go ahead and add another part. So I'm going again to insert components and then browse, and I'm going to add another wing. I want that wing to be vertical, so let's go ahead and start applying mates to make it vertical first. So I'm going to mate, and then I will have this face to be parallel to this face, and then I'm going to have this to be coincident with this face. I can add one more mate to make this wing stick to the base. So I'm going to go to this bottom surface of the wing and to the top surface of the base, and I'm going to have them coincident. So now we have the part fixed with exception to this distant. According to the drawing, I want this wing to be 1 inch from the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and select this face, and I'm going to select this edge. And then in the standard mates, I'm going down, I'm going to see this icon indicating distant. I can click on it, and now I can specify the distance between this edge and this face. So if I change this to 3 inches, you notice the difference. If I change it to 5 inches, again you note the difference. In our case, we want it to be 1 inch, so I'm going to have it as 1 inch, and then I'm going to click OK. Now we have 2 wings fixed in place. Let's go ahead and create the third wing. So I'm going to press and hold Control, click on this wing and drag it to make another copy of it. Now I'm going to add the same mates to the new wing. I'm going to have mates. I'm going to have this surface to be parallel to this surface, and those 2 surfaces to be coincident to each other. and then the bottom surface to be coincident with the top base surface. Now again, I only have the distance to specify. According to the drawing, the distance between the two wings is 2 inches. So I'm going to select this face here and then this other face here. Again, go to the standard mates, go to the bottom, click on distance, and then type in 2 and click OK. Now we have that fixed as well. Now let's go ahead and do the last wing real quick. Again, I'm going to press and hold Control, click on this wing, drag it to create a copy. And then I'm going to mates. And then I'm going to have this edge here to be coincident with this edge. And then this face to be coincident with this one. And now again, I'm going to create an angle. In the first wing, we chose 2 faces to create the angle. We can also choose edges to do the same thing. So if I choose this edge here, and then I choose this other edge in the base, I can go ahead to the bottom and click Angles, and I can specify the angle I want. So I want this to be 130 degrees. So I'm going to have 130 and then click OK. We have just completed our assembly using the mates distance and angle, in addition to the mates we learned in earlier lectures.